Hi, this is Zach Fisher, and welcome to another Tech Talk. Today we're going to be talking about archiving. And I already talked a little bit about archiving in one of my previous talks. And I like to, in these talks, liken the virtual world to the physical world. So anything that's virtual, I try and put it into conceptual terms that are analogous to the physical world. So in the previous Tech Talk, I talked about archiving, and I likened archiving to a self-storage unit. So if you have things that it's just too expensive for you to store in your house, you don't have enough space, you live in New York City, or just you have a smaller house and you need a self-storage unit, then that's kind of where that would come into play. Same thing with archival storage. It is extra space for you to utilize if you are looking to save money because you don't have enough storage in your primary store, or it's too expensive in your primary store. That's why you'd put it onto a less expensive archival tier. So I likened it to box store, a storage unit, and I'm going to draw a storage unit here. Now I like to try and add one small concept at a time when I'm trying to explain things. So the one small additional concept is that instead of it being a single person, I don't even know how to spell unit, that's terrible. But instead of it being a single person who's trying to store their additional pieces of furniture, I got a chair here. Okay. Instead of it being just me, it may be my family. This is for thousands of people. And there needs to be some sort of organizational structure. So here's another person. They're trying to store their things. They're trying to store their tables. They're trying to store their tennis rackets. They're trying to store all their things. And you can see how if each person is going in there moving their objects into the storage unit, that would be very cumbersome and difficult when there's thousands of them. So this is kind of where the your imagination kind of has to come into play and say, well, what would be a better solution in the physical world for storing things in a self-storage unit that's supposed to accommodate thousands of people? Well, it would have to be something like the Amazon, the way that Amazon does their shipping. It's almost all not automated. And so if you're trying to put thousands and thousands of people are trying to put things in, you have to say, okay, we're gonna have to do some serious automation, and we're gonna have to do some serious planning to keep track of all of this stuff. So that's where a archival software comes in. And the archival software would be like, in the real life, it would be like a robot that comes into this person's life and says, I am going to just go ahead and do this for you. So I'm going to automate this. All of this, you're not going to have to go to the storage unit. You're just going to drop it off of your front porch, and we will go ahead and take it. And then when you need it back, we will also do that as well. So I'm going to draw just a couple of arrows for what happens when things get automated. So that's the reason why people have archival software that that helps do exactly this. Thousands of clients are trying to archive thousands of files. There's a few different archival sources that are common. So a few different types of things that people like to archive are Exchange files. So this is Microsoft Exchange, that's your email. So if you have extremely old emails, but you need to keep a hold of them for compliance, legal reasons, those types of things, you can archive for that. There's and then there's really a few others, but the next big one is well, I'll do two more. Sync and share. So a software like, I wouldn't even say that this is too much sync, but Sharepoint is a common use of archive. So you have your company files, and you need to archive them. So SharePoint is a shared file store, much like Box or any of the other a little bit more modern file stores. SharePoint is just the Microsoft version. So if you have things that are extremely old, then old files, but you still need to hold on to them. Like if I wanted to hold on to my old swimming videos, I don't really look at them very much, but they're probably on some kind of NAS share. They're in my family's NAS share, and they're on really cold storage, so they're basically being archived. So that's a good example of something that would get archived as well. And then finally is just like general NAS. So this is any kind of file storage can get archived. So those are a few examples. I hope this helps you understand, like peeling a layer deeper into the onion of archival and why we need archival, and the importance of this archival software layer in the enterprise. That's one example of the archival software is EMC Source 1. I think that Veritas has one, and Symantec has one as well. So those are a few examples of archival software. And I hope this helps you understand it better. My name is Zach Fisher. Like, subscribe, ask me any questions, and I'll do any videos if you so wish. Thanks.